For the past 3 videos, I've been telling you something the American RV industry hates to hear. That European motorhomes are better built. That American quality is falling behind. That Thor, Winnebago, and Forest River are still selling outdated products at premium prices. And every word of it is true. But today is different. 5 American RV brands heard the message. 5 companies looked at Europe and decided to actually compete instead of making excuses. 5 underdogs are quietly building motorhomes and trailers that match, and in some cases beat, what is coming out of Germany and Italy. In the next 9 minutes, I am going to show you exactly who they are, what they are doing differently, and why the big 3 are terrified of them. By the end of this video, you will have a real list of American brands worth your money. One of these 5 companies is about to change the entire industry. The big 3 know it is coming. They have no answer. But first, let us understand why this is happening. The rise of these 5 brands did not come from nowhere. It came from a specific failure. The industry has been hiding for years. Thor, Winnebago, and Forest River together control roughly 80% of the American RV market. They have spent the last 2 decades cutting costs, automating the cheap parts, and raising prices anyway. Publicly available data suggests that defect rates on new units from the big 3 have actually gotten worse since 2015. Not better, worse. While they were maximizing shareholder returns, a small group of independent manufacturers were doing something the giants forgot how to do. They were building good RVs. Let me show you who they are. Number 1. Oliver Travel Trailers. If you have never heard of Oliver, that is not an accident. They are based in Hohenwald, Tennessee. They make exactly 2 trailer models. They build about 350 units per year. And every single one is hand-assembled to a level of precision that the big 3 abandoned in the 1990s. Here's what makes Oliver different. Their trailers use a double-hull fiberglass construction with closed-cell foam insulation. No wood, no staples, no water intrusion problems, ever. Owners regularly compare the fit and finish to airplane interiors. The warranty is 5 years on the body, hull, and fiberglass. The big 3 give you 1 year if you are lucky. The price is high, around $80,000 to start. But Oliver trailers also retain about 90% of their value after 5 years. A comparable Forest River trailer is often less than 50%. So the Oliver actually costs less to own. That is the math the big 3 do not want you to do. And here's the kicker. Oliver has a years-long waiting list. Years. People are willing to wait 3 years to buy a Tennessee-built trailer because they know it is better than anything the big 3 will ever build. That should tell you everything. Number 2. Black Series. Black Series is the wild card on this list. Originally an Australian off-road trailer company, they have expanded into the American market with a vengeance. And what they are bringing is exactly what American manufacturers have refused to build for 30 years. Real off-road capability. These trailers have full independent suspension, reinforced chassis, diesel heating systems built for actual cold weather, lithium battery banks, and solar arrays as standard equipment. They are designed for the Australian outback, which is arguably the harshest RV environment on the planet, so American highways and forest roads do not even challenge them. Compare that to a typical Forest River off-road trailer, which is essentially a regular trailer with bigger tires and an off-road sticker. Black Series is the real thing. American buyers are noticing. Sales have grown over 200% in the last 3 years. The big 3 noticed too. They tried to acquire Black Series, but the answer was no. That should tell you exactly how confident this company is in what they are building. Number 3. Storyteller Overland. Storyteller Overland is the most ambitious American van conversion company operating today, based in Birmingham, Alabama. They build their entire lineup on Mercedes Sprinter chassis, with full 4x4 capability and a level of integration that nobody else in America is even attempting. Their flagship Mode 4x4 model has lithium battery systems with smart energy management, induction cooktops, custom-designed interior modules, and electrical systems that talk to each other through CAN bus architecture. Sound familiar? That is because it is the same approach European motorhome makers have been using for years. Storyteller is the first American company to actually copy what Europe got right. And here's the interesting part. Storyteller publishes their warranty claim rates voluntarily. Their owners report defect rates roughly 80% lower than comparable Big 3 vans. That is not a marketing claim. That is the company being transparent in a way that the giants simply refuse to be. Thor, Winnebago, and Forest River will never publish their defect data. They know what it would show. Number 4. Lance Camper. Lance is the boring choice on this list. They've been making truck campers and travel trailers in Lancaster, California since 1965. They don't have flashy marketing. They don't sponsor influencers. They just quietly build the best truck campers in America. What sets Lance apart is something simple but rare: quality control that actually works. Every Lance unit goes through a 30-point water intrusion inspection before shipping. Compare that to the typical Forest River unit, where consumer reports suggest some leave the factory without ever being tested at all. Lance also uses real cabinetry, real composite walls, real insulation, the basics done right. Their owner satisfaction ratings are consistently among the highest in the industry. Their resale values hold up. Their dealer network is small but functional. They're proof that you don't need to revolutionize anything to outperform the Big 3. You just need to actually do your job. Number 5. Outdoors RV. This is the one nobody outside the Pacific Northwest has heard of, and it's the one that should worry the Big 3 the most. Outdoors RV builds in La Grande, Oregon. They specialize in 4-season trailers designed for actual winter use. Not the kind of fake winter rating that Forest River slaps on their basic trailers, but real sub-zero capability. Heated and enclosed underbellies, double-pane windows, proper insulation throughout, heat pump systems. Why does this matter? Because 4-season capability is a feature European motorhomes have offered as standard for decades. The Big 3 still treat it as a premium upgrade. Outdoors RV builds it into every unit, and owners report taking these trailers into temperatures of minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit without any of the typical American RV failures. No frozen pipes, no cracked seals, no heating problems. Here's what makes Outdoors RV the most dangerous to the giants. They are growing fast, they are privately held, and they are not for sale. They are proof that an American company in an American factory with American workers can absolutely build trailers that compete with anything Europe makes. They just have to actually try. So those are the 5. Oliver, Black Series, Storyteller Overland, Lance, Outdoors RV. Now let me tell you why the Big 3 are panicking, even if they will not admit it publicly. These 5 companies are doing something Thor, Winnebago, and Forest River cannot easily copy. They are building reputations, slowly, 1 unit at a time. They are getting glowing reviews. They are getting referrals. They are creating buyers who become evangelists, and they are doing it without massive marketing budgets. The Big 3 spent the last decade growing through acquisition, buying smaller brands, slapping their corporate processes on top, and watching quality decline. They are structurally incapable of building like Oliver or Storyteller because their entire business model depends on volume. They need to push hundreds of thousands of units per year. The 5 brands on this list combined do not push 10,000 units. That is their advantage. They can take their time. They can actually inspect their products. They can stand behind their warranties. The giants cannot. And here's the part the Big 3 really do not want you to know. The market is shifting. Buyers are getting smarter. The forums are full of people sharing horror stories about new Thor and Forest River units. Class action lawsuits are increasing. Word is getting out. And every buyer who chooses an Oliver over a Jayco or a Storyteller over a Winnebago Revel is one less customer for the giants. Multiply that across the industry, and you can see why executives at the Big 3 are losing sleep. So what should you do with this information? A few things. First, if you're shopping for a new RV in 2026, take a serious look at these 5 brands before you walk onto a Big 3 dealer's lot. Visit their factories if you can. Owners groups are full of people who will let you tour their units. The difference becomes obvious in person. Second, if these brands are out of your budget, look at the used market for them. A 5-year-old Oliver is still a better trailer than a brand new Forest River. A used Storyteller is still better than a new Winnebago Revel. Quality compounds over time. Third, and most importantly, understand what your purchase signals. Every dollar spent on a Big 3 RV tells the industry that mediocrity is acceptable. Every dollar spent on Oliver or Outdoors RV tells the industry that quality matters. The American RV market will only improve when buyers stop rewarding the companies that have stopped trying. The 5 brands in this video are proof that American motorhome quality does not have to be embarrassing. American workers can build at European levels. American factories can hit European standards. American companies can offer European-grade warranties. The Big 3 chose not to. These 5 chose differently, and they are winning. In my next video, I am going to break down exactly what to look for during an RV inspection, the same checks the Big 3 hope you never learn how to do. There are 12 things you can check in 10 minutes that will tell you immediately whether a unit is worth buying. Hit subscribe and ring the bell so you do not miss it. And tell me in the comments which of these 5 brands you would buy. Or if you have owned one already, tell me your experience. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.